Hello guys, good day. My name is Janet Odunyi. I'm an entertainment lawyer and music publisher based in Lagos State, Nigeria. You're welcome back to my mini educational series where I talk about everything entertainment law, music publishing, and the music business in general. So today I'm going to be talking about legal services that are accessible and available to music companies. When I'm talking about music companies, I'm talking about management companies, talent management companies, distribution companies, music publishing companies, and music marketing companies, and so on and so forth. So any music company, any company that renders services to music creatives on the creative side, on the career side of the artist, the producer, the songwriter, is a music company. And I'm also talking about important legal things, important legal requirements you need to satisfy, or the kind of legal services you need as a music company. So first things first, when you want to set up or establish a company, the first person you should be talking to is your lawyer. It could be a business lawyer, your music lawyer, your company lawyer, and all that, because your lawyer will be in the best position to advise you on the kind of company you should register, maybe a private limited company, a public limited company, a partnership, a business name, company limited by guarantee. You need to employ the services of a lawyer to give you the required services and also advise you on the kind of company, the share capital, who should be the director, who should be the shareholders, and all of that and everything. And so there is also something known as foreign participation. So basically that's if a company abroad, maybe in the UK or US or Australia or any other company that already operates internationally or has their head office in an international company in another jurisdiction, has intentions to set up a company in Nigeria. So if you fall into that category, I would advise you to get a lawyer base that is based in Nigeria and also practices in Nigeria to advise you on what the Corporate Affairs Commission says, the rules it says about foreign participation in Nigeria. It doesn't matter whether you already have your lawyer that is already representing you in whatever jurisdiction you are already operating business in, but you also still need a lawyer based in Nigeria that would advise you and would help you with foreign participation, what the law says, the compliances and regulations you need to follow before you can start operating business in Nigeria properly. There are different services that you as a music lawyer, a music company, should employ. The first one is registration of a company, which I already talked about. So if you have intentions to set up a company, you need to register the company with the Corporate Affairs Commission. I would not advise you to register a business name as if you want to set up a business entity in Nigeria. I will advise you to register a company, set up a business account, because if you are going to collect loans or grants or even advances, people will take you more seriously if you have a company compared to when you have a business name. So don't be a cheapskate, just register a company. So the first is first, company registration. That's what your lawyer does to you. That's the services they offer to you to make sure that your business is legally recognized and it is an entity in Nigeria. So another thing I will always advise my clients to do is also trademark registration. Trademark that name. I don't know if people my viewers are like they are really abreast with news that is going on in the tech ecosystem, but there was one issue with Paystack where Paystack released a product and it was Zap, and there's another company that already has a product called Zap. So both companies were claiming that they are trademarked to that name Zap. But the thing about trademark is that there are different classes on that. When you want to trademark your name, your logo, your color, your brand identity, there are different classes of trademark. So basically, if a musical artist approaches me that they want to trademark their name, so normally I would always trademark it under entertainment, live performances, and all of that. But that is just one class. There are about 45 classes under trademark regulations. You understand? So if you don't want the issue that happened between Paystack Zap and Zap Africa, it is advisable for you to trademark your name, your logo, your brand in all the 45 classes, even though it's going to be expensive. But if you want to set up a music company, don't be a cheapskate. do the right thing. So I advise you to trademark in all the 45 classes, so nobody can lay claim to that name, or nobody can operate with that name in the future. So if you only register your trademark in maybe 1 or 2 classes, another company or another business or brand identity can use that same name and trademark it in other classes, and it is very much valid. You have to put that in mind. First, company registration. Second, trademark registration. And also the third one, if you intend to sign artists, music creative producers to your company, your lawyer is to be the one to draft, to advise you properly on what to do, how to do it. Is to advise you on legal structures and compliances, what the law says about, and also draft agreements and all of that. So that's why you need your lawyer. So you want to give an advance, the lawyer will advise you on, okay, this is too much, or no, maybe it's just releases like maybe in 3 batches, in 3 batches or 2 batches. So another way is publishing setup here. So basically, you've signed artists to your company, you are a label, you offer label services, or you're a distribution company, you sign artists, or they are artists you help distribute songs for. So you also want to like claim their publishing, or they ask you to help them claim their publishing. And so this is where your lawyer would step in. Well, not every lawyer offer those kind of services, but they always know someone that can help you set up a publishing. Setting up a publishing company, it's really easy. If you have the money, you just have to register as a publishing company with a performing rights organization, with a mechanical rights organization, and also with a development rights organization. So even though lawyer cannot do it, they always know someone that knows how to do it. So it's very important. It's a different thing if you just want to set up a publishing company, you already have people you are assigned to. Your lawyer also can handle that, because they can help you get a publishing company where you can be that can be your sub-publisher, to help you collect royalties all over the world, where you know you will not be able to collect royalties and remit to you. So your lawyer also can help you to negotiate any kind of agreements you want to have with a sub-publisher that will help you collect royalties. If you want to be a standalone publishing company that wants to collect directly, lawyer can also help you with that. They can help you can help you set up, or they can help you set it up yourself and advise you properly on things you need to do and compliances as well. So that's another thing about publishing, about why you need to get a lawyer as a music company. So talking about distribution companies, as a distribution company, if you want to help artists or music creatives or even labels to distribute songs, maybe independent artists or maybe artists signed to a label, you need a lawyer to draft the agreement, because I've seen some very ridiculous distribution agreements from distribution companies, and I don't want to believe they didn't get a lawyer to draft a proper distribution agreement, or they probably went on Google to download distribution agreements, or they asked ChatGPT to distribute, because those agreements I see doesn't look like an agreement that was drafted by a proper music lawyer. So the distribution company, other artists can take the risk of not getting lawyers to like maybe draft a review agreement, but as a company, getting a lawyer on retainership is non-negotiable, because if you go and download a random distribution agreement from Google, or you ask ChatGPT to help you draft one. So what if the artist or the label takes it to their lawyer and their lawyer reviews the agreement and all of that? Is it ChatGPT or is it Google that will help you to review the agreement that the lawyer on the other side reviewed? Do you understand my point? So that's why you also need a lawyer on retainership, because not only will the lawyer draft the agreement, the lawyer will also have to review whatever the legal personnel on the other side reviewed on the agreement that was drafted. Also, publishing companies, please get a lawyer on retainership, because lawyers will advise you properly, will draft great contracts for you that will protect your interests. Please don't go on Google just because you want to cut costs, or because you feel like you don't need a lawyer at the early stage. The first person you need to be talking to when you want to set up a company at the early stage is a lawyer. As a management company too, you also need a lawyer on retainership. most preferably, because I know sometimes someone will approach me that, okay, I have this artist, I know that this artist will blow tomorrow, they are very good, I'm helping them, I'm investing in their song, I'm this, I'm that, and I'll be like, no, you're not helping the artist, you're investing in the artist, and you're supposed to get return on investment. And the first thing I ask them, do you have a company? Like, have you registered a company? No. Do you have an agreement signed with this artist you are currently managing? No. So now, tomorrow now, the artist sees a better deal and just puts the guy, the manager, on one side, because first of all, there is no company, there is no contract. So now the manager comes and says, oh, after what I've done for the artist left me, the artist shanked me, the artist start complaining. So these are all the old things. Like, first things first, you want to represent someone, you think someone is good, you see an artist, you feel like the person has potentials. The first person you are supposed to be talking to is a lawyer. You explain to the lawyer will tell you that, okay, this is what you should do. Register a company with the Corporate Affairs Commission, then you draft an agreement that will be between the company you registered and the artist or whoever you want to represent as their manager. This advice that the lawyer will charge you a fee for is what I'm giving you as free legal advice, so you need to take it. So I'm just saying it for the purpose of you knowing what legal services you would require as a music company. So you have to always protect yourself as anybody if you want to like represent artists or producers. Also, you need a lawyer to settle disputes. So you see, this life, disputes will always arise. Even best of friends, they fall out. Siblings, they fight. Business partners of yours, they separate. So you need a lawyer to help you to mitigate those risks. So in case there is a dispute, in case someone wants to pull out, in case someone feels like they are not cheated, or in case you feel like you are being cheated, who do you fall back on to fight you? This is where your lawyer comes in. Lawyer can help you to seek redress in courts. It could be through alternative dispute resolution. It could be through amending the agreement. It could be through so many things. And that's why you as a music company needs to be on your A game. You need to have a good music lawyer on your retainership, because it will help you to mitigate any risks that might occur in the future. And even if any dispute should occur in the future, they will always be there to know how to manage it, so it doesn't really affect you or doesn't really affect your finances. So if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Like I said earlier, as an artist, they can risk not getting a lawyer because they don't want to pay, or they feel like lawyers are honest, or what are lawyers themselves, of which at the end of the day, they always regret such decisions. But as a music company, don't be a cheapskate. You don't have an excuse for not getting a lawyer on retainership. You don't have an excuse for not getting a lawyer, consulting a lawyer first before you take any step, before signing anybody or drafting agreements and all of that. Please, this is 2025. You need to protect your business so you make more money than you lose money. It is very, very important and all. Thank you guys, and here is how you can support me. So if you want to learn about music publishing, you're an A&R, you're a music business executive, you own a distribution company, you own a publishing company, and you like to know more about publishing, I have a course on music publishing called the Music Publishing Bible. So I talked about copyright, I talked about the defense rights under music publishing, I talked about sync licensing, metadata, and all of that. Everything you need to know about music publishing. So I'm going to put the link to buy the course on this post wherever you're watching me, and I can't wait to get your orders. And also, if you're a producer, you're a songwriter, you're a lyricist, and you want to release a song, you're about to release a song, or you work on a song that is about to be released. So I have a personalized publishing split sheet where you can document your splits, and every party or contributor to the song can put their percentages and sign, which is very, very valid because it's more like an agreement, but you're just getting an agreement for a long time. You're getting an agreement forever. So you don't always have to like go to a lawyer anytime you need a split sheet to be signed. I also have that. I'm going to be linking the link to purchasing the split sheet on this post. And also, guys, I can help you set up your publishing as an artist. I can help you set up your publishing as a company as well. You want to start a publishing company, you want to sign composers to your publishing company, I can help you set up your publishing. So I can't wait to get your orders or your inquiries. So we'll meet next time, guys. Bye, guys.